Hello, welcome to our world. Hey guys, welcome to our world. It's Steph
And Marty?
and we're really happy to be back. It has been 5 months, about 5 months since our last post where we talked about the journey to trying to conceive using ICI, intercervical. It's been about 5 months since our last video. Thank you guys so much who have watched and subscribed. We were really excited, and unfortunately we dropped the ball and we did not post again. But we have a couple reasons why. The first month we did not get pregnant, unfortunately. I did not get pregnant. And then we decided to spin the pregnancy lesbian roulette wheel, and Marnie tried the second month, and unfortunately she didn't get pregnant either. Then we took a month off just to make sure neither one of us were pregnant. And then on the third month...
Were we? Did we get pregnant?
Yes, we did. We're pregnant! Woo! I'm pregnant. I got pregnant the second try. And yeah, it was... I don't know. I think I was a little bit shocked that I got pregnant so quickly. Relieved because cost efficient, and relieved because we wanted to be pregnant, and we're so excited. We are going to be expecting a... Should we tell them? No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Next video.
Like I said, I am 5 months pregnant, 21 weeks.
Almost.
Yes, almost 21 weeks, halfway there.
So what has happened in the last 21 weeks?
Go ahead, you can explain some of it.
Well, let's see.
Okay, so let's just start out. We told all our family right away. We were so excited. Excuse me. And yeah, our family was so happy, obviously. I'm going to put clips in later so you can see their reactions. It was quite funny. Some of them were really unexpected, and some of them was just in shock. So
We told our families a little earlier than we wanted to, but it just happened to be that it was right around Mother's Day. So I really, really wanted to make it special, especially for my mom, because this is the first grandchild, and your mom as well. But Steph couldn't wait really until Mother's Day, so we told her mom a couple days beforehand. But
I know, you guys, it was so ridiculous. We came up with so many brilliant ideas on how to surprise our family. Like, brilliant. Like, cutest little things. I'm going to stores, trying to find all these little gadgets, blah, blah, blah. And the way I told my mom was so ridiculous, you guys. I told my mom...
Wait, cutscene.
What's that for? What's that for? I thought you said your period came. No shit. How do you know?
We found out 3 days ago.
Are you for real? Why did you tell me yesterday? Is this for real?
What does that even mean, cutscene? We're doing this vlogging thing. So a lot of this is going to be really, really raw for you guys. But what are you talking about?
I'm gonna cutscene a video there.
Okay, so you're going to put in. But I wanted to tell them a little bit about how I told my mom, because we can't really post the video of my mom's reaction because she wasn't wearing pants. I don't know. She was walking around in her pajamas, and I decided to like throw in baby slippers into one of these little cute little boxes that she has, and she opened it, and her expression was priceless. But
now Steph and I knew a couple days before this that we were indeed pregnant, and she had told her mom that there was no way that they were. We were.
Yeah. No way that we were. I told her that my period started. I was kind of upset, so she dropped the subject because she knew we were. She was the only person in our family that knew we were trying.
Yeah.
Her mom, her dad, her two other sisters did not know. So their reaction was a little bit more genuine because they had no idea.
So we are 21 weeks though.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a reason why we didn't post more frequently than we would like to, and that was because this pregnancy has not been the best for Steph.
Yeah, it's been a little rough as far as morning sickness. Morning sickness was absolutely terrible for me. So usually you get morning sickness around 6 to 8 weeks. And I got it around 7 weeks. I started getting my morning thing, but it wasn't just a morning thing. It was kind of like an afternoon thing, and then it was a night thing, and then it was like an all day thing. All day, every day. And that's not usually very common. So I kind of, since it's my first pregnancy, she doesn't know anything about it either. We kind of was just like dealing with it, trying to stay hydrated, drinking as much Gatorade and Pedialyte and Ensure. Like I was drinking Ensure shakes.
Unfortunately, that was pretty much all that she can take, though, because anything solid, really, she was throwing up all day, every day.
Yeah, TMI. But I mean, obviously, like I couldn't even eat solid food at all. Nothing. And it got to the point where I could not even eat or drink water. So I had to go to the hospital. We called 911 because I was so sick one day. I would not stop throwing up. It was like 40, 50 times for that day. And I couldn't even take a sip of water. I couldn't even move. I was ghost white. And Marnie was actually at work. She couldn't get home. I was freaking out. I called my dad. He rushed over to my house. And he took one look at me and said, I need to call 911. We called 911. I got picked up by the paramedics, which was... I've never experienced anything like that. I hope none of you have ever done that. But it happens. They took me in. They knew what it was. I was 13 weeks at this point, and they administered all intravenously anti-nausea medicines,
fluids, vitamins.
Fluids. And they then realized that I was at a different hospital, and I had to go to one that took my insurance. Kaiser, obviously. Kaiser has their own place. They like you going to their hospital. So they transported me via ambulance
to Kaiser.
Yep. And I stayed there for 3 days. And then I ended up coming home with an IUV.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. We had to change out our own bags, and then we had nurses come every few days to our house and change the needle out because it would get infused. Because obviously I'm sleeping, I'm turning around, and it would get a little bit...
Infiltrated, yeah.
Not infused, sorry.
And then eventually, Steph actually started feeling better. She's on a lot of different meds to help her manage the nausea. Even though she is still nauseous pretty much 24 hours a day, she still looks beautiful doing it.
I have this thing that, don't worry, if you're trying to get pregnant, it's very rare. I just am one of the few...
Unlucky few.
Very, very, very unlucky people that get it. They say only 1% of people get it. It's called...
hyperemesis.
Hyperemesis.
Gravidarum. Basically...
where you throw up constantly for 24 hours a day.
Hyper throwing up.
Yeah. And it's actually, it could last the whole pregnancy, could last
a few months, a few weeks. It's just basically when you can't stop throwing up and can't even keep water down.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's what Steph was diagnosed with. And if she doesn't take her medicine,
I didn't last night. It was the first time I forgot to take my medicine at night. We were just so tired. I fell asleep. And I woke up so sick this morning. I knew something was wrong. Marnie said, oh my gosh, you forgot to take your medication. That's why I'm sick. So yeah, even till this day, 21 weeks, I have to take my medicine. I'm taking Zofran, which is...
anti-nausea.
Yeah, anti-nausea. Reglan, which is...
something that speeds up your digestion.
Yeah, to get like food out of your system, I guess. And then I take Unisim at night, which is like a sleeping aid that also helps with nausea, which is kind of like a Benadryl, which they recommend taking. I take vitamin B6, which is supposed to be helpful. I take
folic acid.
Folic acid, because prenatal vitamins make me too sick, so I can't even take that. But I take B6 and Unisim 3 times a day, and it's supposed to make you so tired, and it does. Thankfully, my work, I work with a family business, so I'm able to like take naps throughout the day, which has been really helpful. But yeah, I mean, not everyone is like this. I have a lot of friends that are also pregnant right now, and they have none of this. They get the little headaches. They threw up for the first couple weeks, and they are 100% better. So I'm not too upset about it.
It did start getting a little better after 16 weeks, would you say?
Yeah, a little bit. After my body started regulating the medication a little bit, and I got into a schedule, it helped a lot. So I can go to work, I can function, we can go out, we can have fun, but I have to take my medicine, and if I miss it, I totally feel it. Which is weird because I never really took medicine before. But anyway,
So that was Steph's sordid tale about her
that's why we didn't post.
pregnancy.
I was sick, I wasn't here a lot.
But the baby is amazingly fine.
The baby is awesome, healthy as can be, and we are so excited. And you know what? I hate being sick, but I would do it over and over and over again to know that this baby is safe and healthy and incubating and warm and cozy in my little belly. So, one extra thing is what has kind of helped my pregnancy is that I actually lost 30 pounds the first trimester.
It may not be that great how she lost it.
I lost it because obviously I wasn't eating. I was very, very sick. The doctors all know that I did get put on high risk pregnancy because of the vomiting and some blood things that came up. But
And that's something that I think we could talk about more in the next
future,
video too.
yeah. But yeah, so I lost 30 pounds. Doctor was really shocked when they found out how much weight I lost. They said it was the most they've seen in a very long time. But I'm doing really good. I'm really optimistic. I'm so happy.
And as the baby's growing, you're gaining a little bit more.
Yeah,
too.
and now I'm starting to eat like a champ.
So how did we do it?
Oh yes, how did we get pregnant? Well, you tell that. Sorry.
Well, as Steph said, the first month, really what we did is we tracked Steph's ovulation, and we ordered 2 vials of the donor's seed.
Yeah, pretty much go look at our first video and it'll explain where we got our sperm from, the donor process, the evaluation process of how we picked our donor, and it tells you about ICI is the method we used,
and what we used in order.
and the device we used and the timing of how we did it. Everything is there if you guys are looking to try to do it yourselves.
So the first month, what we did is we tracked Steph's ovulation, and once we decided that she was going to ovulate in the next 24 hours, we decided to go ahead and use our method that was in the first video for 2 days, which was 2 donor sperms. And unfortunately, that way didn't work. That month didn't work. And then the next month, we decided to try myself, and we did the same exact thing. So we went ahead and we tracked my ovulation, and that month didn't work either. So we had originally bought 5 samples, or 5 donor samples. Vials. Good one. We had originally bought 5. We had originally bought 5 vials of the donor sperm, and we had 3 left. And so what we decided was just to put our eggs all in one basket, and we would do 1 vial every day during Steph's ovulation. And when we did that,
It worked.
magically it worked.
Yes.
So what we want to go ahead and tell you is exactly kind of our technique of what we did,
Yes,
so to
exactly.
say. So what we did was we used the Wanfo ovulation strips.
It's like a pregnancy test. It has
Yeah.
the lines that tell you when you're ovulating. They're pretty much 2 lines come up when you are exactly ovulating or surging.
One is the test line, and then one is how many hormones of LH you have in your urine. And when you have urine that is positive LH, it will match or be darker than that of the test line. So we went ahead and we kind of already knew, based off of tracking earlier months, of when Steph would ovulate. So we were able to really pin down exactly the days when she should be taking the test, and we would take that test probably about 3 times a day.
Yes.
Just to make sure, morning, afternoon, and night, just to make sure that when she gets a positive, that's when we know between 24 to 72 hours she's going to be ovulating.
Yes.
So when we got that positive, actually right before that, so we know around the date that Steph is supposed to be ovulating, so we order the donor sperm about a few days before she's supposed to be ovulating, because the donor sperm comes in a tank, and it's good for 7 days. So we know that pretty much within that time period that she's going to be ovulating. So when we got the sperm, I believe it was the night before you got the positive test. She got the positive test, and so we knew that within 24 to 72 hours we were going to be ovulating. So we were going to start inseminating 12 hours after that positive LH surge. So we did our first insemination 12 hours after the positive LH surge, and then 24 hours after that, and then 48 hours after that. So we had three insemination times.
Yeah, I feel like the timing was perfect. Like I think it caught it actually on the second ovulation or second insemination.
Possibly.
But yeah, at each insemination. Oh, do we want to talk about the stork or anything like that again?
Well, every single time we did go ahead and we used pre-seed, which helps the sperm swim up the cervix and find, the cervix to enter the canal. And we also, every single time we use the stork, it is a little pricey, but in the end, I mean, it actually saved us a lot of money because, it holds the sperm up next to the cervix, so it kind of gets there pretty quickly.
I just sat upside down for 30 minutes each time after, with my legs elevated up in the air. Not upside down. But, yeah.
And so we did that 3 days in a row. And to be honest, I mean, that is really all we did. We didn't do any hormones. We did it as naturally as possible. And we got pregnant just based off those 3 days. So we did catch it at the right time. We were extremely worried those first couple days to see if Steph got her period, and she didn't. And then we confirmed it at the doctor's office with a urine test. And then at 8 weeks, we actually had our first ultrasound.
Yeah. It was actually really interesting. Our friends from Dallas were in town, and I knew I was pregnant before, so fast. I probably 6-7 DPO, days past ovulation. I could feel things happening inside my uterus. I just knew. I looked at Marnie and said, "Oh my gosh, Marnie, I am pregnant. I know it. I feel it." She said, "You're crazy. Just don't stress about it. Stop thinking about it. If it happens, it happens." And it did. We found out at 10 DPO.
Using the first response.
We used the first response.
We got the pregnancy line, or we got the 2 pregnancy lines to say that it's positive.
It was really faint, but I mean, it was so obvious. I mean, you can see in the video me looking, and it's just like, oh, okay, there's the 2 lines here. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. So it was really exciting. We are on to week 21, or about to get to week 21, and yeah, we will start updating you guys a lot more frequently. Probably not do daily vlogs, I'm not sure, but maybe try to do weekly, or until we get a little bit closer. Once we get a little bit closer, we'll do daily vlogs, just so you can see how crazy our world is. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.
If you guys have questions, please ask us. We'd love to talk about this.
Yes. No question is too invasive. Everyone goes through this. We asked our friends a lot of times, a lot of personal questions, and yeah, we can get in this direct message us, and we can go ahead and answer them for you. All right? Is that it?
So thank you guys.
Thanks, guys,
for joining in on our journey.
And we'll see you in a couple days. Okay. Mwah. Be kind to one another, love each other, and smile more.